Hi everyone. This is me, Selena. I'm sorry I haven't made videos in a long time, but today I'm gonna be doing a review on Morganville Vampire series. These books, before I start, I'd like to tell you that they're very, very different from regular vampire books. They basically mix a whole bunch of vampire stuff. It's like they do burn in the sun, but the older you get, the more tolerant they could be. And um basically there's four main characters. There's Claire, Dave Danvers, there's Shane Collins, Michael Glass, and Eve Rosser. um Claire is the main character. She comes from another state. She comes into Morganville Vampire to attend the college. The college students don't know about the vampires in the community, but the residents do. Basically, the vampires run the city or ville, whatever, and they basically make the residents pay their quota, which is in blood. So they have to vampires own certain human families for their protection, so they protect the humans, and as payment they have to give blood and basically be their bitches. Like I said, Claire comes into, she's 16, she's super smart. She's attending chemistry and all these smart classes, and she's in she's there at college, and there's this girl named Monica who's a total bitch. Her dad's a mayor, and she's just like really prissy, and I have money, and just the bitch. And she beats up Claire the first book, and Claire moves out and goes to a house. It's called the Glass House, which is book number one. Book number one by Rachel Caine, Morganville Vampires. And she moves in with Shane, and he's the tough jock boy who doesn't care, who plays Xbox all day long and scrungy. And there's Michael Glass. Michael Glass is the cute, he's half a vampire. He's the only one in the house who is half a vampire. He was not finished in the process, go figure. I don't know. He plays music and he becomes famous, and he's dating Eve Rosser, and Eve Rosser is a gothic girl who's literally wears a big platform shoes, the chains, the skulls, white face, black lips, just basically goth, and she dates a pretty boy. Claire and Shane date. I'm sorry if I'm ruining this for anyone. Emile is the head bitch there. She's the one that owns the oldest vampire, I guess. She owns all the vampires and all the humans in everywhere. Um, there's Oliver. He's a hippie little cafe owner guy, and he's just Emile's right hand, And he's the dick, but he's like a nice dick. You know how there's like the guy who's an asshole, but he really does care for you, but he just shows it in his own way. Yeah, that's him. Mernon is the vampire who's like crazy, and he's just really crazy, and he has this disease where he I can explain it. The vampires lose their memory and such, and he has to make a cure for them, and Claire helps him since she's so smart and she learns vampire ways. Mernon had a lover of his named Ada, who he ended up killing him, turning into a computer which controls Morganville Vampire. Or Morganville. Frank is Shane's, I don't know how people say it, Sean or Shane, dad, and Monica set basically his house on fire because she wouldn't date him, or he wouldn't date her, and she got pissed and set his house on fire. His little sister Alyssa died, and his mom and dad and Shane moved out of Morganville, and in Morganville you can't leave without permission, so vampires went and killed them all, made it look like it was a suicide. The dad vengeance. He promised to come back and get vengeance, and he does come back in a later book. Dun, dun, dun. Shane just grows up and forgets about it, toughs it out, falls in love with Claire. Yeah. But before I just start explaining the whole book, I'd like to talk about the books now. First book like I had showed you guys was The Glass House. Sorry about the glare. By Rachel Caine. I have something on my finger. And the next book is The Dead Girls Dance. And I think that's Eve, but she's supposed to be way more gothic. And the way they describe her, and this is where everybody starts dating. This is where Shane and Claire and Eve and Michael start dating. And I think this is where they find out Michael's a vampire as well. First, he was a ghost. Like, during the daytime, he would become a ghost, and at night, he'd be a vampire. Yeah. Third book, which is Midnight Alley, is where the hits the fan. This is where just the vampires start rebelling. They need Claire to help the vampires. Yeah, help the vampires. Monica becomes a total bitch, and Eve's brother comes back and kills people, or they think he does, but it's really actually vampires. This is where it gets crazy. Book 4 is The Feast of Fools. And this is where Bishop comes in. Bishop is actually Emil's dad, which Emil's a head bitch, but Bishop is the oldest vampire alive. So he thinks he's like the ruler, but he's actually the one whose blood, because his blood started it all for the vampires. He's the reason why the vampires are going crazy. Something about his blood. And his blood is the antidote. The fifth book, I let my best friend borrow it at the time, and her mom is super religious, like super duper religious. And when she found out she was reading a vampire book, she's like, "Oh no, vampire book!" And so she grabbed the book, ripped it apart, threw holy water on it, literally, and set it on fire. Yeah, true story. So, no, book number 5, sorry. Book number 6 is Carpe Corpus, and this is where Claire starts, I believe. Bishop arrives and tries to rule the humans, and Sam gets killed, and it's a really good book. It may seem like it's one long old story, but there's so much little stories that happen in between. It's just really, really, I love these books. Book number 7 is Fade Out. I think that Claire, Eve, I'm not sure, like, always, there's gonna be movies about these, I heard. I don't know if they're gonna be that good, I hope so, but books are always better. These books are PG-13, which means that there is sexual talk in it, like, they do talk about having sex, but they never actually do. My brother's calling me, sorry. They never actually do, but yeah, they just like, oh, they talk about having it, and then they go up to the moment, and then it just skips after to where they're done, basically. I don't know if I saw this one. Book number 8, Kiss of Death. This is a really good book. Basically they beat Bishop. He gets kicked out. Lots of stuff happens. They find out so much. Frank Collins comes back, which is Shane's dad, and tries to kill the vampires. And in this book, he actually gets turned into a vampire. The thing he hates most in life, he gets turned into. Book number 9, I don't have. I borrowed it from a book. It's called Ghost Town, and the book is really, really good. They actually leave Morganville, and they go to another city, and they become rescuers, because they find other people in other countries hiding from the vampires, because like I said, vampires lose their minds and just want to kill every human in sight. So humans are sent into, I forgot the word, but they have to hide from them. Book number 10 I have not read. It's called Fight Club. It came out, and that's the first hardcover book too from Rachel Caine series, because these are paperback. I want to read it. If you guys have read it, just comment and tell me if it's a good book. I'm gonna read it anyways. I just haven't gone because college is crazy. But yeah, tell me how that book is and if it's good and all that good stuff. Sorry, my computer turned off. There's 2 more in the series too that are coming out this year, I believe. Book number 11 is Last Breath, and book number 12 is Black Dawn. Um, Basically, these books are the opposite of Twilight. You know, Twilight's lovey-dovey. We're gonna fight here and there. No, this book is real stuff. I like it. Well, not real stuff because vampires aren't real, but I mean, like, it's just way more like us kids could relate to it more. Um, we read it. It's a quick little read. You can see the books are all like around this size. The letters are not that small or big. They're around like 300 pages each. Basically, just read the books if you like them. Comment, tell me if you like them or not. What do you think of them if you've read them before? I'd like to hear your feedback. I'm a person who likes sci-fi and like fiction stuff like that. So I like these books. If you ever want to borrow them, and you know me, send me a text. Um, yeah, just basically, yeah, hand sanitizer from Bath and Body Works. Woo, can't live without it. But yeah, just read them and tell me what you think, and if you like them. And I'm blabbering on, and hopefully you guys like them. Bye. You know you like them.